The story kicks off with our guy, David, getting some seriously bad news. His partner is leaving him, and in this world, that is a major problem. The vibe is immediately off, and you just know things are about to get weird. A narrator chimes in with main character energy, describing David's every thought. It's like his life has a running commentary, which is honestly a little creepy, but also sets the super detached and formal tone of this whole universe. David checks into this place that's basically a last-chance resort for single people. The check-in process is more intense than an airport security screening, asking him about his entire relationship history. It's getting major dystopian bureaucracy. He asks if a bisexual option is available, but they shut that down immediately. The hotel is all about rigid straight or gay choices, no in-between. It's the first sign of how controlling and bizarre this whole system truly is. We find out the dog with him is actually his brother who failed to find a partner here. No cap, this reveal is dropped so casually it's chilling. The stakes are officially real, and they are absolutely terrifying. They strip him of all his personal belongings, even his shoes. The hotel provides a standard, uniform-like wardrobe for everyone. It's all about erasing individuality to force people into these cookie-cutter pairings. The conformity is screaming. The rules are wild. No smoking because it might interfere with your ability to hunt other singles or be kissable for a potential partner. Every single rule is designed to optimize your chances of not ending up as an animal. His new room is sterile and impersonal, with a tranquilizer gun mounted on the wall. The wardrobe contains identical drab outfits. It feels less like a hotel, and more like a high-stakes minimalist prison where the only goal is to couple up. The hotel manager and her partner give David the welcome speech. They explain that if he fails, he'll be turned into an animal, which is presented as a second chance at companionship. The toxic positivity is just off the charts. When asked what animal he'd like to be, David chooses a lobster. He has his reasons. They live long, are blue-blooded, and stay fertile. It's an unusual choice that shows he's at least putting some thought into his potential failure. To demonstrate the importance of pairs, the staff handcuffs David's one hand for 24 hours. It's a literal, physical metaphor for the hotel's core belief. Being one at something is a handicap, while two is always better. At breakfast, David observes the other guests. He sees a woman who gets frequent nosebleeds, and another he'll later know as the Heartless Woman. It's a quiet introduction to the cast of characters in this bizarre social experiment. David meets the man with the lisp, another guest trying to survive the hotel. They form a tentative, awkward friendship. He points out that having a shared flaw, or defining characteristic, is the key to matching with someone here. We meet the limping man, John, who shares a tragic backstory about his mother becoming a wolf. His defining characteristic is his limp, and he's desperately searching for a partner who shares a similar trait. It's heartbreaking, really. The hotel hosts these painfully awkward dances where guests are supposed to mingle. The silence and lack of connection are deafening. It's like the worst school dance you've ever been to, but with much higher stakes. David learns more about the Heartless Woman. She's the hotel's best hunter, a record holder for catching loners. She is presented as someone completely devoid of emotion, making her both a threat and a potential, albeit terrifying match. The nosebleed woman gets a nosebleed while dancing, and her knowledge of how to remove bloodstains is oddly specific. It's another example of how people here lean hard into their defining traits to seem more appealing to a match. The hunt begins. Guests are sent into the woods with tranquilizer guns to capture loners, escaped singles living in the forest. Each captured loner adds another day to their stay, giving them more time to find a partner. A hotel staff uses bizarre methods to punish guests for breaking rules like masturbation. The punishments are designed to be humiliating and painful, reinforcing the idea that any form of solo pleasure or independence is strictly forbidden and wrong. One of the guests gets his hand burned in a toaster as punishment. It's a brutal and public display of the hotel's power. The message is clear: conform to the rules or face some seriously messed up consequences. A butter biscuit woman makes a desperate transactional offer to David, highlighting the sheer desperation of the guests. People are willing to do anything to form a partnership, even if it's completely devoid of genuine connection or emotion. She threatens to end her own life if she can't find a partner, showing the extreme psychological toll the hotel takes on its residents. The pressure to couple up is so immense that it drives people to the absolute edge. The heartless woman mocks David and his friends for their animal choices, calling them pathetic. She's confident she'll succeed and won't be turned into an animal. Her cruelty is her defining characteristic, and she wears it like armor. The man with the lisp fakes a nosebleed to match with the nosebleed woman. It's a calculated deception, but in this world, faking a shared characteristic is a valid strategy for survival. He is basically catfishing her in real life. Their fake relationship is celebrated as a success. The hotel manager announces they'll be moved to a double room, proving that the system rewards the appearance of a perfect match, regardless of whether it's built on a complete lie. A woman who failed to find a partner spends her last day watching a movie. It's a somber, quiet moment before she is taken to be transformed. Her best friend reads a touching, if not slightly performative, farewell letter. David realizes that pretending to have feelings is harder than pretending not to have them. He decides his best strategy is to fake being heartless to match with the heartless woman. He's officially entering his villain era to survive. When the butter biscuit woman jumps from a window, David seizes the opportunity to perform his heartlessness. He complains about her screams interrupting his nap, a chilling display for his intended audience, the heartless woman. The audacity is unreal. His performance works. The heartless woman sees him as a potential match, and they agree to become a couple. They are moved to a double room, beginning a relationship based entirely on a shared, fabricated lack of empathy. To test his supposed heartlessness, she reveals she has killed his brother, the dog. She watches him for a reaction, pushing their morbid charade to its absolute limit. This is the ultimate test of his commitment to the act. David can't hide his grief and starts to cry, exposing his lie. The heartless woman knows he was faking it all along and plans to report him to the manager. His entire survival strategy has just spectacularly backfired. In a moment of rage and desperation, David overpowers the heartless woman. With the help of a sympathetic hotel maid, he drags her to the transformation room. He gets his revenge by turning her into an animal, though we never learn which one. David escapes the hotel and runs into the woods, leaving that whole nightmare behind. He is now a loner, trading one set of oppressive rules for another. His journey for survival takes a completely different, but equally challenging turn. He's welcomed into the loner community, where the rules are the exact opposite of the hotel. All romantic and sexual relationships are forbidden. It's a society built on forced solitude, and the punishments for breaking the rules are severe. During a hunt, David sees the short-sighted woman for the first time. Hiding behind a tree, he notices her. And the narrator reveals that this is the beginning of their connection. A new, forbidden chapter is about to start. A loner lifestyle is harsh. Members are expected to dig their own graves in preparation for death. The community offers no comfort, only a grim acceptance of solitude and the constant threat of being captured by the hotel's hunters. David runs into his old friend with the lisp, who is still at the hotel and struggling. The friend tries to shoot David for an extra day, but can't go through with it. It's a sad reminder of the desperation everyone faces. David and the short-sighted woman start to bond in secret. He hunts a rabbit for her, and she describes how to cook it. This small act of sharing is a huge risk in a world where any hint of partnership is a crime. On a trip to the city, they have to pretend to be a couple to avoid suspicion from the authorities. This forced intimacy deepens their connection, as they get a brief taste of what a normal relationship could feel like. He offers to rub balm on her back, a simple, caring gesture that feels incredibly intimate and dangerous in their world. It's a quiet moment of vulnerability and trust, showing their feelings for each other are growing stronger. During a raid on the hotel, the loners expose the fake relationship between the man with the lisp and the nosebleed woman. The chaos highlights the absurdity of both societies, where love is either mandatory or completely forbidden. David and the short-sighted woman develop a secret code of gestures to communicate their love without speaking. It's a beautiful and clever system that allows them to have a relationship right under the noses of the other loners. They decide they can't live like this anymore and make a plan to escape the woods and run away to the city together. They are ready to risk everything for a chance to be a real couple, free from all the insane rules. The loner leader becomes suspicious. She tricks the short-sighted woman into coming to the city for a surprise. The sense of dread is massive. You just know this is not going to end well for them at all. A loner leader's punishment is cruel beyond belief. She has a doctor blind the short-sighted woman, surgically removing the one defining characteristic that connected her to David. It is an act of pure calculated evil. The woman reveals to David that she is now blind. It's a devastating moment that shatters their plans and their future. Their shared trait is gone, and they are now faced with an entirely new and tragic set of challenges. David devises a new plan. He creates a new set of codes and tells her he will do something to make them the same again. His determination to be with her, even after this tragedy, is both romantic and deeply unsettling. They finally escape and make it to the city, but their new life is already full of struggle. The simple act of finding clothes that fit is a challenge, a small detail that underscores the immense difficulty of what lies ahead. In a restaurant, David calmly asks the waiter for a steak knife. The tension is almost unbearable. He's preparing to blind himself to match her. A final, extreme act of love and commitment in this messed-up world. He goes to the bathroom, steak knife in hand, ready to go through with it. The film ends right there, leaving us to wonder if he does it. This cliffhanger lives rent-free in my head. A perfect end to a truly wild story.